Okay, so I want to talk about our very first comic convention. It was at Hickory, North Carolina yesterday. Just to start off, I got a little bit of clogged up sinus, so it's a little hard for me to breathe. My throat's all scratchy, all that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind. I know it doesn't sound great. But anyway, so we went to the convention yesterday. It was from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The setup times were from 8 to 10. We got up at 7 o'clock in the morning. We were about an hour late, um, and it took about an hour to set up everything. Just to show you the pictures here, that's our Kia Soul in the background, and everything barely fit inside, but it was just enough. So we got basically four boxes with all of the different things, and then one box for the comics, and we had this insulated bag for food, and then there's a little bag there for the stands, the backdrop stands, and we had these little seat cushions that I have. There's my daughter, and there's my son, and we're just going in and here. The space was really big. We went there last year, but I don't think this was in the same room because I don't remember it being this size, and I thought that it had like carpet in it, but I could be wrong. Anyway, there were a lot of vendors there. It was a big space, big area here for people to walk. There was a big area behind us. We could put all of our stuff, which is good because I had the two kids, and just setting everything up. Like I said, it took about an hour to get everything set up. I thought it would be quicker. I thought it would only take maybe about half an hour. So after we got set up, just took a couple of pictures, and during the day, my daughter drew some more stuff. She had another piece of art she put in her book, and my son basically just played PSP, and they watch uh, they watch some videos on the tablet that I brought for them. So this was the setup, and I knew going in that it wasn't great. Like I said, I posted this on Facebook and Instagram when I set it up in my living room, and it was all cluttered. And I was hoping maybe I might be some other way to do it once we got to the show, but this is really the only way with all of the stuff I had. And I know that it's not the greatest, so I'm going forward. I'm going to have to change this whole thing. So there was a couple things that I noticed watching people, seeing how people reacted, and I'm going to adjust for the next show. So the table was only $20, and I sold zero, absolutely nothing, not even a $1 sticker. But my daughter sold the two books. We sell those as a set with the two cards for $5, and she sold one of her original art pieces of artwork for $10 to the same girl. Some girl came over and she bought both pieces, so it was $15. So my daughter made more money than I did. So taking into account everything, and since it was only $20, is not a big deal, and at least I learned something from it. So what we can adjust going forward. So one of the things I noticed is that nobody paid any attention to anything in the backdrop. Also, I guess if it would have been any closer, this stuff would have blocked it out anyway. So I think going forward, I won't have anything on the backdrop. I'll probably still use the backdrop for just to block out if there's anything behind us, but I won't put anything on there. Um, and I'll notice on the front of the table, nobody really noticed anything, any of the pieces that were on the front of the table, because people are when they're walking by, they're walking like right by the table. They're not going to notice this thing that's down by their feet. Especially if it's busy. I mean, you may have like a time when there's not that many people, and somebody on the other side of the walkway may look over and then they'll notice that. But most of the time, people will just be walking right directly in front of your table, and they won't see that. So the stuff on the front is a waste. So I won't probably won't put anything there in the future either. Everything basically has to be on the table, right in front of the people as they walk by. Because they only walk, maybe they only take like half a second walking by your table. So something has to catch their eye immediately for them to stop and take a look. And I noticed when I was watching people, what are the kind of things that would catch their eye. And it was definitely these cards here, the metal stuff here, and the stickers. Even though I had all of these signs here, and I thought they were pretty prominent and easy to see, nobody really paid attention to them. There were a few people, maybe a handful of people that looked at them. A couple of people asked me about the books and stuff like that, but by far, the thing that got people's attention was the stuff that's up here at eye level. What I'm going to do, what I plan to do in the future, and I've already ordered them, is to get more of these wire mesh cube things, and I'm going to build it as an arch going across the table. So there won't be nothing on the backdrop, there won't be nothing on the front. Everything will be right on the table. And then this way, when I have an arch like this, I'll be able to put stuff all across the sides and the top, and I'll probably leave it like kind of like this. So it won't actually be a cube. It'll just sort of be like this corner, and then it'll go around the top, and then it'll come around like a corner piece like that. That way I can put stuff on this face and this face, and then have stuff here on the front of the table like this. This show seems kind of like people were just there just to have something to do. When I saw all the other people around us, I didn't see them selling a whole bunch of stuff. So maybe just people in general weren't really buying much. So there's another convention is in this exact same location next month, but I don't think that I'll be going there because I just can't imagine there would be a different outcome. But the same people are running another convention here in Asheville in May, so I'll probably go there just to give it a shot and see if there's any difference. And I'll have a different setup with that. So in the end, I would say it was at least a good learning experience, and we'll try something different next time, and hopefully it will get better. But I guess it has to get better because you can't get less than zero. So we'll see.